Hello and how do everyone. So, part one of a build, and this build is this. So let's open it out a bit so I can fit the whole thing in. So what this is Mark Broadbridge's conversion set for the Revell Tornado, the GR1, to convert it into an F3. Now the only bit I've stuck so far is this piece here. So I stuck the big bit to the little bit on the bottom, and then I stuck it to one side. There, that's it. And then the other piece is this piece that I've stuck in here. But I think I've only stuck it down on one side. I can't remember. No, both sides are stuck down. So what I've got to do is I've got to sand all this stuff off of here and there, which is the little bits of super glue that edge. I've then got to put this onto this, and yeah, and then that's it. So without further ado, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to stick all this here, take all this tape off because I've got plenty of that, so I don't really need that. Put that over there for a minute, take that off, put that there. This then should just sneak off, so I don't ever remember sticking it to it, but somehow it's managed to bloody glue itself. Typical, bloody typical. Of course, does that happen then? It's all loose, but that one bit there has gone stuck. Ah, there we go. Good thing about super glue is it does dry brittle, and you can pretty much get it sorted. Right, so the other bit we need now then is this piece here. Let's get all the sellotape over there as well, because it's just looking a bit scrappy. So I'm going to say this now. I have just come back from a meeting with one of my subscribers. He knows who he is now because I've mentioned that, and I tell you, such a lovely bloke. Steve, I tell you, such a lovely bloke. Thanks for the coffee, by the way. Very, very kind of you. I'm going to have to buy you one back at some point. I tell you, I can't let you keep on buying me coffees. And I'm going to have to definitely come over and see you, because you're not too far away. He's now signed up to me club for the chat room that I've got with the club. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. It's yeah, just full of modelers that want to be modelers, and they do their thing. But I thank you for this. So I've managed to get it set up, and yeah, I think all I've got to do is put a bit of water in there, and that's it. And as a matter of fact, I don't know whether I should put that there, because then the airbrush goes in there, but I don't know, maybe it definitely says it goes in there on the box, so I'm thinking so how do I spray in there? I don't know, maybe you can't have both at the same time, but either way, thanks very much, mate. It's going to come in there because I've got my airbrush holder here, and then I can just blow in there and get rid of all the nasties. Thanks very much. I don't know what I'll do with that now, I suppose. But it says it goes in there. That's the bit I don't understand. It goes in there. So hang on, is it a case of... Ah, right. So there you go. Let's see, it's made for the job. And then, right, I get it. autism. I was telling you, in the coffee shop. Can be a bit lackadaisical at times, you know, sort of like, I don't know, maybe it's because we're highly intelligent and the simplest of things just don't really connect. I don't know. But anyway, that's that. So, what we got here? Aha. So that's what we got here. We've got a bit of flash on it. Now, hopefully that should fit properly now. Oh, bloody spot on, look. Because that one silly bit of flash on the kit was stopping this. Just making sure we definitely got it the right way up. Right, so I'll grab a bit of sand in here. And there's my water. Wet that up a bit and then just sand these knobbles off. And we'll go around there like that. And clean this up. So yeah, hope you're all well and feeling groovy. I got none of that. What was it? I can't remember what was playing on the TV yesterday. Some sort of jazz music. I don't know. So it was listening to and yeah, kind of forgot it was on, sort of thing. Right, that looks to be about it. I'm not sure whether that's everything, but no, it's not. There it is there. So what we've got to do is sanded all the like loads of little knobbies on there from the actual where it was printed. Right, and then get a cloth and dry it off. That rhymed, that did. Get a cloth and dry it off. So as you can see, like now, looking through, there's a couple there. So again, just knock them off. Few dimples, not much to worry about. Right, and then it goes on the bottom there. Whoop. Like so. Right, so where it is. So I think first things first. So no, this is another way, because this part of the aircraft's not going to be seen. So we can put a bit of super glue in there, scoop it up, make sure I get it the right way around, and then just spread it over there between those two. And then a little bit round there, up there, and then the rest of it, do the same thing. Right, then, just got to remember that that's in there. And that you don't stick your fingers to it. Nothing more embarrassing than going down with a Revell Tornado stuck to your fingers and them saying, "Son, what happened there?" I do remember the time when I actually got a pair of sunglasses when Superglue first came out, and I had a pair of sunglasses that were cemented to my fingers. I didn't really understand what superglue was all about back then. I do now, don't. Oh shit, I nearly done it then. Look, new super. Oh god, that would have been the end. Right, and then yeah, There we go. And then he's done it again. Right, yeah, I'll wipe it up. That's it. And then look, and then we can just smooth it out on the resin bit. Looks like this is that's about as good as you're going to get it. Let's wipe up the water. Let's put a bit more on here. Put it over here. So you get a blob like that. Just bloody scoop it in a bit. So you get a blob like that, and then just put it around the tabs. So at least you know they are well and truly on. And then I just need a little tiny bit for the middle. So it goes on there. And down there. That's it. Beautiful stuff. And there we are. Quick wipe off on the paper. Put that to one side. Right, that's that bit. What else have we got? So we got this. So basically we can take the bits of tape off of here because this is now glued. So that can come off of there. And that gap now can be filled. This can all come off. Don't really need that on there. That can come off. Oh, there goes the nose. That can come off. That can come off. And go back in the box for a minute. That can come off. So can this. So then you're left with that side, and then that can go in the bin. And then what we can do is put that to one side for a minute. And then what we're going to do now is just fill these gaps. So I'm going to, that one doesn't seem to be too bad. I won't use that paper. Where did that other stuff go? I think it's in here. There's some, yeah, there it is. Oh, another bit. Oh, there's all over here. Right. Get that pen in a minute. 400 grit is what I was using. That seems a bit milder than 400 now. It's worn off a bit, so cut a piece of that off. Have a bit of a sprinkle. And then just sand away on there for a minute. Should be that done. I just got to fill that gap so it's a bit even. And this, that'll get rid of all the unnecessary glue marks. That we don't need. That'll do for now. And then that there, so we'll put a bit on there. We'll try and marry the front up with the side and that bit there. That's it. It doesn't matter too much of it. But you've got to plug that hole up. Matter of fact, what's this? 240. God Christ. No, actually, let's just use a bit of this. There you go. Use that 180. Might be a bit OTT, but It's just got to get that main bit down a bit. So what I'm doing now is just trying to get this bit flush with this bit, and it's working. Superb. Right. So you see it needs a bit of filling, but that's not that, that's this where I cut it. I didn't cut it straight like a jerk. Right, all right. Oh, let's just see how the other side goes on, because if that side's cool, that side's not. Right. Okay, then all I need to do here is thin that down a bit. So, nope. 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 Where's the bloody file? Right, here we go. So basically just filing the one side down that had the glue on it, because the thing hasn't gone down. Because when you look at it this way, you can see it, how it sits proud. So I've got to I wonder if I can actually scrape a bit out. Oh shit, that was be fun. I haven't got one of them flashy sander things that they all seem to have. Well, not everyone. Those that can afford them, I got them. That's it, that should be it off. And so if I put that like that, you see, it's gone down a lot better. It needs to go down a bit more. Matter of fact, you silly arse, do it that side. Show it down, that's better. Perfect, right. We'll wait until that side glues on that side. So, this side should now be done. So, put those over there for the minute. Yep, so yeah, use this one and then just sand away there. Well, so far this thing's been an absolute dream to fit, apart from me getting my fingers stuck on the inside again just then. Right, let's have a look. Yes sir. Yeah, a little bit of an edge there, but not much. But that's all gonna come off. So this one here, I got that pinched right down on the flat there, as you can see. But it's a little bit of a raise on this side. So maybe I know I did it with the front to get this to go level. As a matter of fact, let's just putty that again, sand that. That glue mark's still there. And see, there's nothing there. It's just the hole. So So that just needs a bit of filler in there. And a little bit of sand in there, but other than that, that's working. Needs a bit on there. So I should really get there's a ginger cat. Steve, you don't want another ginger cat, do you? This one's got a bit of an eye thing going on there. Talking of ginger cats, I think our other cat has miraculously hopped over the wire and done the dirty deed again. So it looks like we could be having another 2 or 3 ginger kittens. Oh, more cats. Still, we'll be getting rid of them. And then I think the minute they've gone, she's going to get done. Because I can't be doing with any more bloody cats. Anybody think it was a cattery of some sort? Just for making cats. But we're not. Just so happens we've got a dirty cat who wants to go out like a lady in a tramp. And she's both. She's a tramp and a lady. Right, that's sorted. That's sorted. Right, now. That's the issue, that one. So this can be all sorted when that other half goes on here. But before I do that, I need to get all the cockpit and stuff sorted out. This here, so where did it all go? So it really does need to adjoin. All right. That might be part of the fact that that missile goes in there. So I could probably just scoop some filler in there and we're laughing because this bit's flush. That's what I didn't get. How can you be flush there and nowhere else? But there you go. Anyway, we'll carry on with this and see if we can get it sorted. There we go. And that hole's got to be filled in as well. And that one. Oh no, there's that one there. Those two have. That one has, and those two have. Because the F3 didn't carry the centerline pylons. At least I never saw them carry them. Yes, flush. That's what it is. It's because this is it right. Now I need a bit of plastic card. Where is that? It's a plastic card. It's funny. I work in a shop, a model shop, and we don't sell plastic card. But then again, I suppose it's like what he said before. All that kind of stuff just sits there doing nothing until somebody one day wants it. Very true. So I will say that kind of stuff does sit around, but it is there. Yeah, I don't know what to call it, dead stock or something, but shoot. So I'll go like that. That'll go across there. So we'll do that. That will be there. Right. Come on. Now what I'll do is I'll use Tamiya, the resin cement. Oh, my son's been at this. wipe the excess off. I've got 2 big splodges on there. And that's it. We're good to go. I'll mate, take all the dry stuff off of it. Alright, that's better. Come on, better now. Right, then I'll turn it over. Oh shit, yeah, hang on a minute. Alright, let's have a look, because these things, you can end up seeing daylight from them. So I wonder. So if you put that there, or is it a case of, I don't know. Hang on a minute. So I put that over there, like so. See, and then I'll use this stuff to just go about that there, that way. So and another one for the other side. That's it. And then we'll put that over there. So that does that. Well, hang on a minute. So now that there, and then this is where the fingers go flying. Maybe not. I'll do it that way. That's that. That's better. Well done with that. Right, that's that. So then when you look on this side, where the wing gaiters are, you're not going to see straight down out the wings. Right, hold up, let's put that there a minute. Was it? Yeah. Oh, no, that wasn't a sharp one. That was a handle. Right, and then this. And then on the side here as well, somewhere here, is the APU outlet. But we'll deal with that when it all goes together, I think. And when I know it's going together, then, because there's no, that this is where Revell never carried their panel lines on round here. There's nothing there. That's where the Italieri kit is far better for this type of thing. But there we go. So I'm just having a look. That all fits really nice. Yeah, a little bit of filler, but then when you're doing conversions, it's to be expected really. There's going to be a little bit of filler with stuff, not much. It's just really sort of like gap filling more than anything else. But that is a pretty damn nice fit, if I don't say so myself, Mr. Mark. You've done well, sir. Absolutely. Nice. Right, so, right, I now know what to do with this bit, so I'm just going to put a bit of filler in there and a bit of filler in there. That's that. The nose section can't have much more to done to it because I need... There's all the cockpit bit. What's that? There's nothing in there. That's all cockpit, I don't need that. I need those wing root bits. And that tail bit there. Yeah. Opens that. That's it. So I need this bit, but I need the tail. So if I... That looks flat enough. Don't have to put a lot of pressure on it. All you're doing is just sanding down the odd knobs. There you go. Yeah, that's it, that's all right. Use this stick to get the corner bits. It's like some... So you've got some little bits there in the corner. Right, that's that. And then bits on the back. That's it. Right, that's the tail section. That goes on this. It goes there. And again, what a fit. It just sits nicely in there like that. Should be some tools. You can root them holes out, but I won't do that just yet. Alright, tail fins there. So, it's probably wonder when we end up inside the damn thing. Just take one of these screws out. Oh God, it's a technical cut. And then put that back over there for a minute. Oh Christ, bloody smashing the place up. Right, here we go. So let's just honky tonk this off. Right, and then that one and that one. Right, that's it. So the tail's going to go together like that. And this bit's going to go on there, like that. And then that all sits wherever, because there's another bit to go on there. Can't think where that is now. So let's... That's going on the floor. Typical. Right, let's have a look, make sure it fits on it first. We want to go and put it together and there's no bloody... There's a bloody fit issue. That's that. That's that. Fit them together. Oops. Yeah. Yep. So that goes together all right. Righto. Let's get a glue in there. God, they're very faint, aren't they? These, I've got a machine in this, if not, then I can always fill them in, but there's one, there's t'other. Turn it around. Getting drills. Quite thick plastic this, so obviously has a marks to drill out these UHF air holes. Yeah. Oh crap, I thought they went, they went through, so. There we go. There you go. That's that one. Right, that's it. Hopefully they'll be in line. Oh, my cranky voice is coming back. Oh, Jesus, where's the peck? Right, come on, that's it there. So I'm hoping they'll be in line. Let's just have a quick nosy. So if I put that through there, it should go. There you go. And the same with that one. And it should, there you go. Right, that's it, they're both in line. Right. Superb. Right, let's glue them together because that's it, that's all it needs doing. So get the old contactor glue. God, don't work as usual. We'll now, brown cow. There you go. You don't need to open them two front holes up because this is an F3. If it was a GR1 or a GR4, then yes. And the last bit is this bit here. Right, there it is. So we and what I do then is I get a bit of the old clip. A couple of thin strips and then just strategically place them. Like that one now. And then make sure that's shut. Put that one there. And then what I do is I get a bit of this stuff. So there's that. Put it inside the hole. So it travels down it. Just with a and then right, get a couple more. Put it on a flat surface on it. You can squeeze it a bit harder. And then this one on the bend. Oh, bollocks. That always happens. It's stuck to my finger. So there we go. Cut it a bit longer this time. Pick that off. Don't need that bit now. So that one. And see, because you see the glue oozing out there. And you've got a good sealed out. Come down here. And again, that's that. Well, that's still being a bit monkey. So let's cut a bit off. See if we can strip this around this way. And there you go. And let's close that gap up once and for all. There's a little bit of flash. These tornadoes are getting a few years old now. Can't remember when they first showed their face up. These was the new tool ones anyway. The other ones that are from bloody yesteryear, my God. I've only got one of them and it's an L3. But never again. And then you got this, so this bit sits in there. And look at that. It goes in not only virtually flush, but now all I've got to do now is sand that down because that bit's got a bit of crap on it. That's it. And then that'll sit in there. And it's virtually dead on. So just make sure this is flush as well. Just make sure that definitely is flush because it's a bit one-sided then. So that bit, try again. Jesus. Nice. Right, let's put some glue on it. Right. Where's my little stick? There he is. I only put stuff there because the rudder needs a gap in it. That's it. Look at that. That is it. So that's the F3 tail. Glued. Oh, and there's Mr. Postman back. So somebody's getting it for us. Yeah, well, they all do now. So yes. Anyway, that's that. So that's that. So tell you what, we're gonna call it a day now, and then the next bit it'll be the cockpit. Yeah. See you later.